Barry Gibb, born on September 1, 1946, in Douglas, Isle of Man, has had a life defined by music, creativity, and resilience. As the eldest brother in the Bee Gees, Barry's influence on modern pop, rock, and disco has been nothing short of monumental. His unmistakable falsetto and gift for melody helped define an era, making the Bee Gees global superstars. From childhood, Barry was immersed in music, and along with his twin brothers, Robin and Maurice, he began experimenting with harmonies. The Gibb family's move to Australia in the late 1950s marked a crucial point in their musical development. It was there that the brothers began performing publicly under the name The Rattlesnakes, which later evolved into the Bee Gees, and their career trajectory would soon change forever. The Bee Gees' rise to fame. In the mid-1960s, Barry and his brothers returned to England, where they quickly made their mark in the music world. Their breakthrough came in 1967 with hits like To Love Somebody, Massachusetts, and New York Mining Disaster, 1941. These songs displayed Barry's exceptional songwriting and vocal talent. By the 1970s, the Bee Gees faced a shifting musical landscape. Barry led the band through one of the most iconic reinventions in pop history, transitioning from melodic pop to the pioneers of disco. The Bee Gees' contribution to the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack in 1977 turned them into global sensations. Songs like Stayin' Alive, Night Fever, and How Deep Is Your Love became anthems of an era, with Barry's falsetto voice becoming one of the most recognizable in the world. Disco legacy and artistic evolution. Despite the occasional criticism of their disco association, Barry's work during this period is now celebrated as groundbreaking. The Bee Gees helped redefine vocal harmony, production, and melody in pop music, leaving a legacy that remains influential. Beyond his work with the Bee Gees, Barry also proved his versatility as a songwriter and producer. He wrote and produced hits for other artists, including Barbra Streisand's Guilty, Diana Ross's Chain Reaction, and Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton's Islands in the Stream. His ability to create songs that matched an artist's unique style further demonstrated his profound understanding of music and its emotional resonance. Few artists in history have achieved such sustained excellence, and Barry remains among the elite. Barry's personal struggles and resilience. While Barry's career was marked by triumphs, his personal life was not without hardships. The deaths of his brothers Maurice in 2003 and Robin in 2012 left an indelible mark on him. Losing his musical partners and lifelong friends, Barry openly spoke about the deep loneliness and grief he felt. Yet, in the face of these personal tragedies, Barry found strength in continuing to perform and honor the Bee Gees' legacy. His solo work, including the album In the Now, 2016, allowed him to reflect on themes of love, loss, and endurance, showing a more introspective side to his artistry. Barry's resilience through these challenges demonstrated his deep commitment to both his music and his family. A royal honor and continued musical excellence. Barry's contributions to music and charity were officially recognized in 2018 when he was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II, becoming Sir Barry Gibb. This honor was not only a reflection of his musical genius, but also of his humanitarian efforts. Additionally, the Bee Gees were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1997, cementing their place in music history. In November 2020, Barry announced his new album, Greenfields, a duets album featuring country artists like Dolly Parton and Little Big Town. The album reimagines classic Bee Gees tracks as country songs and reflects Barry's continued commitment to innovation in music, proving that his creative spark remains as strong as ever. Behind the scenes of the Bee Gees brotherhood. For decades, fans have been captivated by the Bee Gees' music, which was shaped by the unique brotherhood between Barry, Robin, and Maurice. Their harmonies defined an era, and their songwriting transformed pop music. However, behind the scenes, their relationship was complex, filled with love, rivalry, and tension. Barry, now at 79, has finally opened up about the truth behind his brotherly bond with Robin. Reflecting on Robin's uniqueness, Barry spoke of his brother's mysterious and poetic nature. Robin's voice, he admitted, could evoke emotions that words alone could not express. While their differences often led to disagreements, Barry never doubted Robin's incredible talent, even during their most challenging times. Conflict and reconciliation, a brotherly journey. Barry revealed that during the height of the Bee Gees' success, creative differences often led to intense arguments. "We had fights that could last for days," Barry confessed. "Sometimes it wasn't even about the music. It was about who was right, who was being heard." The three brothers, each with strong opinions, often clashed. Despite the tensions, Barry emphasized that there was always a deep love between them, even during times when they didn't speak. The passing of Morris in 2003 brought Barry and Robin closer, forcing them to confront unresolved feelings. When Mo died, Barry said, "It broke something inside both of us." This shared grief led to reconciliation and a renewed appreciation for their bond. Robin's final days and Barry's emotional revelation. Barry's most emotional reflections came when discussing Robin's final days in 2012. He recalled visiting Robin in the hospital, where, despite his frailty, Robin's spirit was still alive. Robin smiled and said, "We did it, didn't we, Baz?" That moment became a turning point for Barry, bringing him peace and helping him realize the value of their shared journey. All the music, all the years, everything we went through, it was all worth it because we did it together, Barry reflected, his voice full of emotion. The moment marked the closing of a circle that began with their childhood on the Isle of Man, continuing the Bee Gees' legacy alone. Since Robin's passing, Barry has carried the weight of the Bee Gees' legacy alone. Performing their songs has become both a tribute and a personal burden. Barry admitted, "It's lonely being the last one." Sometimes he feels as though Robin's harmony and Maurice's laughter are still with him. In quiet moments at his Miami home, surrounded by old photographs and records, Barry reflects on the brotherhood that defined the Bee Gees. He remembers not the fame but the shared dreams, the music, and the love that sustained them through the years. Barry has come to terms with the fact that, though the Bee Gees are no longer complete, their music will live on. A brother's regret and lasting gratitude. Barry also confessed that it took him years to forgive himself for the things left unsaid. "If I could go back, I'd tell Robin how proud I was of him," he shared. Despite their rivalry, Barry now understands that Robin's voice was irreplaceable. "There will never be another voice like his," he said, acknowledging the depth of his brother's contribution to their shared success. As Barry continues to perform Bee Gees classics like "To Love Somebody" and "How Deep Is Your Love," he feels that his brothers are still with him. "The Bee Gees will always be three," Barry said. "Robin and Morris are part of me. We'll always be together in the music, in the memories, in the hearts of those who still listen." His emotional truth reveals the deep love, gratitude, and brotherhood that defined the Bee Gees.